So, welcome back to your very own side quest. Now, this week we're jumping right into it. We want to talk about and go through the newest playtest material Wizards of the Coast has put out for 1D&D. Now, whether you think 1D&D is good for the game or not, it's exciting since it means that it's going to bring in new players. There's potential for new players, which means new friends to join in on your adventures. And I don't think anyone's going to dispute the fact that more people means more money. And by money, I mean more people to play with. I've got the PDF up here, and we'll just start off on the first thing there. Okay, this is the playtest 8. I believe it was released sometime late 2023. And it details some stuff about barbarians. Now, I read through this a little bit ago, just maybe 30 minutes ago, and I think some of the changes are super cool. So we'll start us off. We'll start us off with the I think one of the most interesting things is the weapon mastery. Now, this is one of the level 1 abilities you get as barbarian, where you get to pick 2 simple or martial weapons, or mix match them, whatever you want, and you get to do that every long rest. I believe it says right here. You can practice new ones, and you can change one of the choices. Now, what it does is it adds special abilities that you can do with these weapons, like in Baldur's Gate. So let's say, like a great sword in Baldur's Gate, you can do the cleave. They have similar abilities like that detailed in the end of the book, or this playtest material, which is super cool because it adds new options that barbarians can do instead of just, I would like to hit. What do you guys think? The weapon masteries. I'm excited for it, especially I'm assuming it's going to be on other martial classes as well. I know they detailed here that it's not on monks, which I think is kind of weird, but what do you guys think?
Are you going to ask someone individually?
I'm asking you guys.
It's just
yeah, I know. Just so we don't...
So just pick. Someone start us off.
Hell yeah, go.
I mean, it still just sounds like hitting. Just with a different weapon.
Hit
every
differently.
Long rest.
Well, it's just it's a different thing that you can do. It adds new options, new utility to hitting. I think.
Is the damage type like?
Weapon. The different things. Let's say like cleave. Let's say you have the prerequisite is that it's a melee weapon with a heavy property, and when you hit a creature with it, you can make an attack roll within, 5 feet, of the first other enemy within your reach. So you pretty much make a second attack with that cleave. And on a hit, the second creature suffers the damage, but you don't add your ability score to that second damage modifier, unless it's a negative. So if you have like a -1, -2, it'll still lower the damage. And it kind of functions as an extra attack, I guess, is kind of what it's saying here. So something like that, you get to make an additional attack within a creature within your range with cleave.
Oh.
Where's the weapon mastery?
It's on Barbarian, and page 23 is where the different abilities are. I think it's a great addition for melee classes.
Okay.
It gives them a little bit of extra juice to them, wizards and sorcerers have all these different spells and cantrips, and druids can wild shape, and monks are monks. But I feel like barbarians, really all you do is you get real mad and you just start whacking away, like you're a lumberjack with your axe. So having this a little bit of an extra little sprinkling, it's kind of cool. Now that you have a little bit of an extra understanding of it, Halia, what do you think?
Yeah.
Very informative.
I mean, yeah, more hit, more fun.
Hit.
So
spoken like a true barbarian.
I don't like barbarian, so I'm not the best to talk about that. But
all right.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be good for barbarian players.
Well, who else thinks that they could be vocal about this?
I definitely think that it...
Was I silent? I was vocal.
it definitely does add a bit more thought into fighting instead of just rolling attack. It definitely gives you more of perspective of the battlefield.
Yeah, positioning, very useful. Makes it so there's maybe going to be less conga lines in combat with flank and whatnot. So, who knows?
Yeah.
What about you, Alyssa? What do you think about the weapon mastery?
Cool. You get to hit a little differently.
That's awesome.
That's cool. It kind of sounds like kind of, but not at all, like Whales of the Grave that Phantom Rogues get, where you can choose a different creature to do like attacks on, but not at all. Yeah.
Yeah, Whales of the Grave, you get to do half your sneak attack damage as necrotic damage to another person within 60, 30 feet, something like that.
I think it's 30.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, yo.
weapon mastery, I'm excited for, at least, guys. You at home can trust the fact that weapon mastery is awesome. Now, I think
I also don't play Barbarians.
I think you're the
Yeah.
only one here who's
Like-
played Barbarian.
I've played one.
I've played them.
Well, plays
but
Barbarian,
I don't.
should
I
say.
don't know a lot about them.
I play
I've-
everything.
I'm the resident sorcerer main, so.
I plan on playing Barbarian when the new path or whatever comes out. About the oh no.
The tree.
The Norse one.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one is actually
the
detailed
world
in
tree
this
or
playtest
whatever.
material, so we'll talk about that in a second. Now, the Rage has also been buffed, so you can use a bonus action to extend it. You no longer have to make an attack or force someone to make a save or get hit. You can just keep it up. For 10 minutes, up to 10 minutes, you can just keep it going. So after combat, it doesn't have to end. You can keep it concentrated as a bonus action every
I
turn.
like that.
Now, that is huge. That is a
That's
huge.
fun.
That is a huge W for the Barbarian players out there. If you're listening at home, stay angry, my friends. Stay angry.
Don't
Hallie,
hit your friends.
You seemed excited.
hit your
Don't hit
friends.
your friends.
Or do.
You guys seem pretty excited about that. What do you guys think about it? Do you think that's like a W?
Yeah.
That's a good.
That's a
That's
good.
that's a big good.
That's a good.
It did a good.
That's a
That's a
gold
good.
star. That's a gold star material.
Yes, it is.
You heard it
go,
here,
Wizards of the
Wizards.
Coast.
Take your
Tickle,
little
tickle.
editor. Put the gold star there. Put the gold star. Draw Wizards of the
deserve
Coast.
it.
Be happy. Now draw them getting their diploma.
Yeah.
Um.
From Alyssa and I.
Start a tally every time we give something a gold star.
True.
This guy's got so much to keep track of. The fucking. Keep it down. Get a notebook ready. Editor. Get your manifesto.
You better do everything that we ask,
Please.
please. And maybe we'll let you go to your tap dance rehearsal just this
No,
once.
don't. No. No, we
Don't
won't.
make false promises.
Does
All right,
editor
well-
like tap dancing?
I feel like every time you ask that, and it's always, yes,
Have I asked that before?
He had a-
Yes.
yes.
You are.
Almost like every time that
Oh.
editor and tap dancing
not-
is mentioned in the same sentence.
Do not Google, do I have Alzheimer's? You might see a purple link. Well,
Purple link.
yeah, that means you've clicked on it already.
Oh.
I think we can all agree that the rage being extended is awesome. You don't have to waste a million rages every fucking, 3 combats
That's
a day. Like, you can just
true.
have one going.
10 minutes of being angry? That's
You know what
scary.
I like to
I think
see
I
as
need
well?
to start playing Barbarians.
They buffed Danger Sense, so it's no longer something you can see.
that-
It's just you gain advantage on dexterity saving throws unless you're incapacitated. So, it used to be any dexterity save that you can see coming at you, but now it's just if you're making one, you have
Any?
advantage.
Oh.
So
I mean,
it's
to
a
make-
massive buff.
The C one makes sense though, because you'll see the danger happening.
But this is Danger Sense. So what it says is you have an uncanny sense of when things aren't.
sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
you have an
sense.
uncanny sense of when things aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge perils. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws unless you're in incapacitated condition.
It
That
kinda
is huge.
That sounds like alert.
No.
Kind of.
Alert just means you can't be
I
surprised.
don't know.
Yeah, but it's just like because
Doesn't
I
it
saw
also give you
thing-
like a
Plus 5
passive
initiative
perception?
Yeah.
bonus. That's observing.
but alerts also it's just really fun because like it sounds familiar because danger sense and alert now just sound like extreme anxiety at any point. Like something's wrong.
I'd like to have a nervous breakdown.
Oh my god! Imagine that as a character.
I want to make that so
Yeah.
bad. I want to make it.
Oh my
so
god!
bad.
Instead of rages, it's like nervous rage.
I would like to have a nervous breakdown.
Editor, replay it when I said it first. I'd like to have a nervous breakdown.
Travis Willingham, say it. What's his name?
my-
Willingham.
Editor, get an AI voice of Travis to say that.
I'm sure there is one.
I'm sure it's somewhere out there.
I would like to have a nervous breakdown.
I would like to have a nervous.
I would like to cry.
I would like to have a panic attack, please.
They didn't change anything with reckless attack, and we'll get to the barbarian subclass later on at the end of this segment. But they added something new called primal knowledge. So you get an additional skill of your choice from the barbarian skill list. In addition, while you're raging, you can attempt to do certain tasks and replace it with strength. So you can make acrobatics checks, intimidation checks, perception checks, stealth checks, and survival checks. You get to use your strength score instead. And what it says here is it represents your primal power coursing through you, honing your agility and senses. So while you're raging, so now when you're going into a place, you're probably going to rage, and you're just going to keep using your bonus action to keep it up. And let's say you're like stealthing, you get to use your you get to use your strength. Or if someone's like you're trying to intimidate a guard, you just
Yeah, that one makes sense. But like
That one makes
stealthing
sense.
with
Stealthing.
strength.
acrobatics.
What?
You do the hardest cartwheel the world has ever seen. Cracks in
That's-
the
Cracks in the
earth.
ground.
That's
Sound barrier.
that's the stiffest cartwheel ever.
Your muscles.
Using
No.
strength.
Your muscles turn to jello, and you just.
It's like
Oh my god.
when Mario
like a
dies in
perfect,
Donkey
like-
Kong, where it's like the doot 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 doot.
Oh wait, is the exhaustion like worse then if you keep it up for 10 minutes?
Nope. Nothing about that yet. Now, they don't have the Berserker in here or anything. They have the one subclass.
Oh, it's only for Berserker?
No,
Berserker is when your rage ends, you get exhaustion, which I really hope they
Oh,
change,
okay.
or at least buff everything else into a Berserker.
Is
I mean-
Berserker the only barbarian subclass that does that?
Yep. And it's because you get to
That's
make an
stupid.
additional attack as a bonus action with your main hand weapon. It is ass! I'm sorry, any Berserkers out there, but you gotta admit, dude, it's worse than all the other subclasses. And I feel for you because I love Berserker, but it needs a buff. Or the exhaustion needs to be changed into something else. Like, it needs to be a temporary
I
exhaustion.
mean, it makes sense for it being exhaustion.
But
They all
it's
should
just-
have that.
It's not, it doesn't equal out, right? It's not proportionate. You get to make an additional attack as a bonus action, sure. That's it! Who cares? Well, we'll get into why that doesn't matter because the next subclass is this new subclass is
next.
actually pretty good. The next. What were you gonna say, Evan?
I'm looking at the no concentration or spells. Obviously, barbarians don't cast spells, but does that mean even if they use a spell scroll that they can't use the spell
They
scroll?
can't. Nope. And even if you're like a wizard multi-class noble, you can't. You could be concentrating on
That makes sense.
like a fog cloud. I don't think fog cloud's concentration. On a wall of fire, you rage, it's gone. Bye bye.
That makes sense.
Bye bye. You're just too angry. You can't keep chanting. You just
Too
like
angry
"Ah!"
for
that's you, okay?
But now that's pretty much stopping any wizard barbarian.
But it's always been
multiclass.
like that. It's always been like
Oh,
that.
fair enough.
This is a
But
persistent
also-
thing.
Like, if your spell doesn't hit, you can be like, oh, I rage. I'm so angry it didn't hit.
That's true. In fact, Noah played a barbarian wizard multi-class for one of my
Did
old
he?
campaigns. Yeah.
Did he?
His name was, I think, Ash. I think it was his name, and he was a fire genasi. So,
Hey, yo.
yeah. Primal knowledge is
Yeah.
really
Another
funny to
Ash.
picture. Is really funny to picture. Like this really angry guy. Like
That's funny.
I can't. That sounds a bit silly to me.
yeah, it is, but it's really funny. It's funny to picture.
Yeah, but
and it's because
it's- I
they're
don't
embracing less of like you're just an angry guy and more of like you have primal forces coursing through your veins.
Isn't that what the subclasses for?
No, that's just you now. That's just barbarians now. I believe this is do feral instinct. You get advantage on initiative rolls. Ooh, ooh, take alert. Ooh, ooh,
That makes sense.
kill him. Ooh,
Ooh.
kill him.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Ooh,
Kill him.
ooh, kill
Kill
him. You low initiative rollers out there, you're gonna be eating good with two threes instead of just one.
Alyssa and I every fucking combat.
Come on, you have advantage. Double the disappointment. Evan
Are
does
you
not look happy
saying
about that.
sometimes I roll above a 10 on my initiative?
That's true. It's just
Editor.
Sometimes. It's very rarely.
Editor, start a tally.
Another tally?
Yeah.
For what?
How many times you roll above a 10 on initiative?
we gotta keep that up.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
I'm pretty sure for one session recently I didn't roll above a 10 like once.
You rolled like 18s a lot. Last time we played, I think.
Instinctive pounce.
Well, that's the next thing is instinctive pounce. When you enter your rage, you move up to half your movement speed.
Pounce?
Yeah!
You a fucking cat?
Yeah.
That's funny as
This
hell.
fucking tabaxi cat barbarian shit? Like what?
There we go.
Editor, put in the Foxy jump scare.
The Freddy
I was
Freddy
just about to
Fazbear
say
jump
that.
scare noise.
I would not like to be in a room with Freddy Fazbear because he is a animatronic bear who likes
When-
to
Fire.
eat people.
When
Fire.
is someone going to make a Freddy Fazbear barbarian in D&D? That jump scares people.
Let's move on.
The fucking pounce, bro.
Move
Warforged bear.
They
Barbarian.
changed Brutal Strike from Brutal Critical. So Brutal Critical is no longer a thing. Do you guys remember what Brutal Critical does?
I don't even know what that
Adds
is.
an extra dice to the damage when you crit.
Oh.
They instead changed it.
I thought that was just how crits work.
No, they get like an extra dice. So you'd roll like if you crit on a D12 weapon, instead of doing 2D12, it'd be 3D12, and then later on it would be 4D12. But they changed it to Brutal Strike. If you use Reckless Attack, you can forego advantage on the next attack roll you make on your turn with a strength-based attack. If that attack hits, it takes an extra D10 damage of the same type dealt by the weapon or unarmed strike. Yes.
This is kind of on topic. Reckless attack in Baldur's Gate fucking sucks. That's all I wanted to say.
I think you're coping.
No, I never hit with it ever, so it's okay.
He's got bad luck. He's got bad luck. I hate to say it. Your luck of the draw is poo-poo. Never gamble. Never gamble. Never gamble.
Sorry, Carlax. I
and-
love you.
Guess what? You can also cause an additional effect. One of which is called Forceful Blow. You push them 15 feet away from you, and then you can move up to half your movement speed towards the target without provoking opportunity attacks. So you can like push someone, whack, and then like you're surrounded, you just you walk out of that situation, walk out of that bitch. And then the other one is Hamstring Blow. The target speed is reduced by 15 feet until your next turn. So you like hit them in the leg, and they're like, ow. They have to hobble their way towards you.
Hamstring
Wasn't that
shot.
like a rogue thing in Baldur's Gate 3?
That is
Like
a
if you used a bow and arrow?
weapon thing. That's just a
Hamstruck.
hamstring
Hamstring.
shot.
Jesus.
Well, what do you guys think of
Yeah.
this new Brutal Strike? What do you guys think? Adds a little bit more flair, and you don't have to rely on critical hits if you're really unlucky. You just get to add the extra little bit of damage. What do you guys think?
Are they just making barbarians into like, I don't know how to explain this, like all of the paths into one thing?
No.
Because that sounds like the paths of like the beast and the totem.
I don't think those do that stuff.
No, I just mean like with like primal stuff and
I think the
animal
totems
stuff.
the totems are probably going to be updated, but
I mean, later on in this, it does go into well, it does go into the Path of the World tree. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it...
They don't have anything to do
Man,
with
this is gonna
the
be a
totem
fucking
warrior yet.
2-hour podcast.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Huh?
We're
only-
20 minutes in, and we're
almost
still
at,
talking about Barbarian.
and we're almost at the end. We're almost at the end. Don't worry.
Are we just talking about barbarians right now?
Yeah.
For
We'll
this-
be moving on. We'll move on to Druid after this. We don't really have to talk about the subclass. The subclass is very subject to change. And honestly, that's not really my concern. If it's overpowered, it's overpowered. If it's not, it's not. But the base Barbarian, base kit Barbarian is what we're interested in reading into. Same with base kit Druid and base kit Monk, which are also in here. So what
Ryan,
do you guys...
could you please learn to speak?
Editor, cut this bit. Shut the fuck... Could you imagine just... Shut the fuck
Editor,
up!
keep that in.
Shut the fuck up! So what do you guys think of
Wait,
Brutal
there's
Strike?
only freaking I'm sorry. There's only Barbarian,
Monk and Druid.
in
Yes.
this.
And if we want to get to the other ones, if we want to get to those other classes, then maybe we should finish off Barbarian.
Beer no more.
The disconnect! I don't want to hear this ungrateful ass disconnect. And if you don't want to talk about this, if you don't want to be involved with our viewership, then get out! So what do you guys think about Brutal Strike?
I think
Whatever.
it's a cool change.
Me too!
Great, let's move on.
I really like that you get to do different things with it if you reckless attack. It makes you want to reckless attack more instead of trying to do flank.
I also like it because it upgrades.
Pair it with cleave, and it might actually be really cool. You can push 2 enemies and have 2 ways to go, like a bishop in chess. Okay, we'll move on.
You're like here right now. You need to like.
You're like the guy who like screams about turning the frogs gay.
I'm not Alex Jones. They only change Relentless Rage a little bit. When you succeed the saving throw, you regain double
Oh
your
my
Barbarian
God.
level in HP instead of just 1. We'll just move on from that. They added Brutal Strike Improvement. Adds 2 new options. Staggering Blow. The target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes, and it can't make opportunity attacks until the end of your next turn. And Sundering Blow. The next attack that you do not make has advantage against it. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Great.
Persistent Rage, honestly, not too big of a thing. You just don't have to keep it up anymore. When you rage, it lasts 10 minutes. Use your bonus action for whatever you want. And you regain all expended uses of Rage when you enter initiative. Not that much of a
What?
change. Up next
What?
is Brute. That's not
What?
that big of a change. That's already a thing. Persistent Rage. The only thing that they added was that you regain all your uses of Rage when you enter initiative.
Why?
Infinite
Oh.
Rage. You get to infinitely rage.
Oh,
Why?
was that already a thing? That doesn't sound right.
They added the ability to regain uses of rage, I'm pretty sure, is what it is.
Yeah, I thought you could do that after a long rest.
Well, now, it's whenever you enter initiative as well. So, it's level
That
15. It's level
seems-
15.
Oh, okay.
Way later on. This is
I
level
was
15.
like,
I was like,
what?
what?
So reading
Alyssa
it-
and I had
That's
the exact same.
broken.
It's
Alyssa
once
and I
per
just
day
shared
that
a
you can
brain
do it.
cell. We
We
said the
did.
exact same phrase.
Me and you, we make one collective brain cell.
We do. We each have half today.
Yeah.
And as
I
Evan was
might have a
saying,
quarter,
it is
actually.
only once a day you get to do that.
I don't know
As
what
Evan
the
was
rest of
saying. So,
Huh?
honestly, it's only once per day you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Oh.
I
That's
don't
fine
think
then.
it's that big of a deal. It is just a little
Well,
bit of
yeah,
an extra.
level 15, that's fine.
Yeah, level 15.
Level 17,
I don't care.
Brutal Strikes Improve. The D10, extra D10 damage you do is now 2d10. And you can use 2 different Brutal Strike effects on that same attack, which is pretty good. That's actually really good, I think.
We love rolling dice.
We love rolling dice.
That's
You
fine.
add
I'm
more
sorry, could I
dice?
read this next one?
Yeah, absolutely.
This actually has me mind blown. If your total for a strength check or strength saving throw is less than your strength score, you can use that score in place of that total.
It's like
That's just indomitable might.
that's
what the
no,
fuck?
that's like reliable talent for rogue. Except
I mean, it sucks it's a level 18 thing,
it's
but
level 18. When will you ever use it?
Never.
Oh, man, cut to level 9 rogues. They just get to succeed everything. Man, you guys are so entitled. Wizard
I
of the
don't
Coast.
think I've-
Wizard of the Coast. I know you're watching this. Don't be a coward.
They are not
Lower it.
watching us.
Lower it to level 14, level 12. I don't care.
I don't think I've ever used reliable talent as a rogue ever.
You ain't
It's a level
never
10
been.
thing, isn't
You
it?
ain't never been a level 10 rogue.
Malaco? Were we not level 9?
Level 10 is reliable talent.
I don't know. It's been
believe.
like 4 years.
Oh.
Now, the final one
I'm playing one round.
does not really
Playing one
change
now.
either. It's Primal Champion. Your con go. Actually, it is. No, it's not any different. Your strength and con get increased by 4, and their maximum is 26. Don't know why 26. Don't know how you're going to get a 22 strength before getting a +4 unless you're upping the maximums of your skills.
Boons.
Boons.
I thought
Like
you
from
said
Fallout New
spoons.
Vegas. No, that's
I
everything
really
to do.
did.
That's
I was
everything
like-
to do with the base kit Barbarian. What do you guys think of the Barbarian's updated base kit?
Cool.
Cool.
I think it's a pretty good quality of life changes.
I feel like when I was skimming, I don't know if you mentioned it. Again, I have half a brain cell today. Didn't they change it to you regain your rages on a short rest now instead of a long rest?
I think it's actually not that.
Did I see that? I feel like I saw that. Are you gaslighting me right
No,
now?
I'm
feel
saying
saw
I
that.
think you regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest, and you regain all when you finish a long rest. So you regain
what I
1.
read.
You regain 1. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
That's not bad.
Now we're gonna jump swiftly into Druid. You know, we're what?
Druid.
We're what? 30 minutes in. We're 30 minutes in. We need to pick up the pace.
We could have a
guys.
longer episode.
Yeah, we need to pick up the
Longer
pace. I'm just saying.
Longer episode.
You know what? And in fact, then
We yapped
okay.
too long.
Let's yap a little bit more about Barbarians. I think compared to the original base kit of Barbarians, which are really just rage, you get resistance to all physical attacks, and you
Can
get
we talk about
This
Druid?
episode is now 3 hours long.
About barbarians?
anyways,
Welcome to the Barbarian podcast.
well, let's have a discussion about it then. This is a Barbarian
Let's have the rage
podcast.
cast.
This is a rage cast. I would like to rage.
I would like to have a mental breakdown.
I would like to have a nervous breakdown.
Cry.
Having them have this extra utility and versatility is welcome. I really like it. It kind of expands and makes them more of a 3-dimensional class than I'm going to get hit and I'm going to hit twice a turn and do a little bit of damage. Now you can actually have these extra little bits that the utility of giving your teammates advantage on attacks.
Oh, so now fighters hit.
We don't know yet. Hey,
hit.
they could have changed
And
it.
Barbarians
Maybe
do a little more.
Maybe
Got you. Okay,
maybe
that's how it should
fighters
be.
maybe fighters bake now. We don't know. It's not in this playtest
Bake?
material. We don't know.
Why the
Chef
fuck they
fighter?
baking, bro?
One
Can
hey,
that be a subclass?
one D&D could
The
have
chef
changed
fighter?
it. One D&D could have changed it huge. We don't know.
Fighters are now just bakers and not fighters anymore.
You seem really sad about that.
I didn't understand any of what you said.
Echo
'Cause
makes you
I-
summon
I-
a croissant instead.
Like,
Oh shit! Sorry, I got.
oh my
hungry.
god, you summon a gingerbread man.
Oh! You can't gingerbread man behind him.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Yes, I know the Muffin Man, the one who lives in Drury Lane. Well, he's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man!
Well, does anyone have any
Sorry.
additional thoughts for Barbarian?
I thought we were done.
No.
But
Yeah, let's just call
Cool.
it there, guys. Anyways, thanks for
No.
watching this episode of Side Quest. You can tune in next Monday. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
we're joking.
I
Don't
meant
leave
about
yet.
the barbarians.
You guys just hate giving Barbarian love. Well,
No,
let's jump
I
in.
would like to move on to the next class.
Leave.
Okay.
I was just
Bye.
about to jump in.
No! My wife. Please. Come back.
I've left twice today.
Oh my god.
A third
You're
strike.
the
Third
record.
strike and you're gone. Editor's going to remove your camera, your audio, and we're just going to be sitting there like, wow, Alyssa, I can't believe you said that. That's such a cool point. And they're going to see nothing. It's going to be a black fucking screen. We're going to look crazy.
Already do.
So
Well,
those
Druid.
druids, huh?
Druid, they changed quite a bit. Now, one of the most notable things, I say most notable, it's not that notable. They removed the ability to start with medium armor training.
What?
Psych! They added something sick with your primal order. Now, primal orders, you get to pick one of two, and I think they might add a third because, come on, there's got to be.
A third?
They always add 3 options for you to pick. You get to pick one of the two. A sacred order you devote yourself to. One of which is called Magician. You know an extra cantrip, and in addition to that, you get additional bonus to nature checks equal to your wisdom modifier, with a minimum of 1, a minimum of +1. So that nature check, when your druid comes in, you're like, well, I have a -1 intelligence, so I'm not good at nature. You live in nature, buddy. You're a druid. Come on, pick up the slack. Or, if you don't want to... That's nerd shit. An additional cantrip. You know more about nature. Who cares? We're not here for this lollygagging, holding hands, hippie stuff. No! We're here for the warden, the train for battle. You gain martial weapon proficiencies and armor training with medium armor. So you get
You're a druid!
And sometimes a druid's got a pow right in the face of the Industrial Revolution. You know what I'm saying? Cut down on these capitalists. Cut down on Bezos. Cut down on Amazon.
What druid?
Me. Me. All right. Me. What do you guys think? I think that's cool. It adds an additional little bit, like with warlocks and their boons and patron. They add this little extra. I feel like they could do that with druids here. Like they have the opportunity to turn it into something bigger.
What is this called?
It's called Primal Order. It's like a little order you're a part of.
That's a new thing.
Not to do with
Why
your
is everything
circle.
called primal?
This is because this is stuff to do with nature and healing. We're not no bard. We're not no wizard. We are the nature boys. Come on now.
Come on now. We're the
Editor.
nature boys.
Editor, turn that into the reel. Editor, turn that into the reel.
Clip that. My fucking god.
Fuck.
So what do you guys think of the Primal Order? It adds a little bit.
Are there only 2? There's only the
There's only 2
medium
for
armor.
now. There's only 2 for now. I have a hypothesis that they
I
might
don't
add
like
more. What? You don't like
Personally.
them? Why not?
No, because it's just to get an extra cantrip for the one.
And a
And
bonus to
then-
nature. Come on, nature boys.
Yeah, when you're a druid, you take nature. You don't need an
But-
extra bonus to it.
Some
but
people
nature is an
don't.
intelligence-based skill.
Okay.
Druids are a wisdom-based class.
Okay.
You're probably not going to have a high intelligence if you're a druid. Let's be
You could
honest. now.
put a higher stat
But-
with there.
There's 3 things you're going into as druid: wisdom, con, and probably dex. Let's be honest. Ain't no smart druids out here. We nature boys are stupid as hell. So yeah.
Oh, God. Can
little
can
bit
this podcast be called the Nature
Shadow Wizard Druid Gang. We like casting spells and shit.
Boys.
But I mean, I don't know.
I am a nature boy.
But you also get I think you get proficiency with nature.
Yeah, but that's not the point that it's making. You get an
Well, no,
additional
but,
bonus
like-
to nature equal to your wisdom modifier, which cancels out your low ass intelligence.
I mean, I guess, but I'm good with just the proficiency bonus to it.
All right. Enough about that. Let's move on.
Well, I gotta ask you two about it. What do you two think of the primal order for the nature boys?
Someone's
Sound.
drowning a rat.
My half a brain cell can't handle it.
Be silent and answer the question.
Can't handle this shit.
I will tell the Mace Tribunal on you now. Answer the question.
It's great. I love it. I love being a nature boy.
Okay, well, Druidic added something too. You always have the Speak with Animals spell prepared. Now, level 1, you get Druidic as an ancient tongue, blah, blah, blah. But you always have that Speak with Animals so you can talk to your dog. Ooh.
Hey, yo.
Because we're nature
It's just a free
boys.
for the nature boys. You get a free. Not
What
it's not a.
druid
sorry.
have you seen have a dog?
Hey! You about to hear about one?
Scratch is canon.
And you're about to hear about one, lady. So this you get the obviously you have Druidic DC 15 perception to perceive it, but you can't decipher it unless you have magic or Druidic already. So this just adds, you're able to cast it, not for free, not at will. You get to cast it with your spell slot, but it's always there.
Not for free.
Not for free. And we'll just jump on to Wild Companion. Now, this was a optional thing that I believe they added with Tasha's. And what it is Find Familiar. And you can cast it for free. Or with a... So you can cast it with a spell slot or a wild shape.
Yeah.
You get a little guy.
Oh.
That was
little
a
guy.
great seagull noise. I want a little guy because I fucking hate wild shape. I hate it.
But it disappears when you finish a long
Why?
rest. I don't like that.
I don't know.
I
I
like
just
that.
don't like wild shape.
Well, they changed it, and we're about to talk about that because it's awesome. But the Wild Companion disappears after a long rest. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't
You just
like it.
resummon it?
You
Scratch
just
needs to
summon
be
You
it
around
could just
at all
resummon it,
times.
but it costs a spell slot or a wild shape. I don't like that.
Get that wild shape out of here from me. Goodbye.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I think it should just be a Find Familiar for free.
If you're
I-
high level,
I like
then
it
fucking
better.
why not?
This is a level 2 ability.
Yeah, but like,
And also, it's Find Familiar. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know there's some crazy things you can do with Find Familiar, but your wizard already has a permanent Find Familiar from before the campaign started, because your DM let him start with it. Okay? What's the worst that could happen from a free fucking Find Familiar? At least use the thing, your spell slot, your wild shape, and then not have it disappear after a long rest. What's the matter with that? You know?
Well, I mean, it's either you use one of your 2 wild shapes or one of your 3 spells.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that a lot.
I do.
Okay.
maybe some druids out there want to use their spell slots on that, and that's okay.
Nature
You do
Nature
you,
Now,
boys.
there is
You
a quick
nature boy.
there's a quick design note here. The creature statistics section of the 2024's Player's Handbook, by the way, I guess is releasing in 2024, will include more
It's
beast options
2024 now.
than the
Where's the book?
Wizards. You've been real quiet since you released this. Anyways, it adds more beast options for you
What
to
is up with
transform
that
into
fucking
than the
face?
2014 version. Now let's hop into Wild Shape. So now they changed it up quite a bit. You get to transform as a bonus action. Big W, because now you don't have to. You're not forced into Moon Druid. Adds that little bit of extra. Ooh, I'm going to do that now. However, they
Oh
nerfed
my
it.
goodness.
You get 2 known
What?
forms. You get to pick 2 beasts from the back of the player's handbook that you can transform into. But
Okay.
now you might be thinking, "Oh, that's awful. That's really sucky." Whenever you finish
That's
a
not that
long
bad.
rest, you get to change one of your known forms into another eligible one.
Yeah, that's fine.
What this adds, I think, is some role-playing possibilities of being a druid who's specifically able to transform into, like, I'll say a wolf. Got like a wolf skin
Ooh.
cloak. Maybe you can do like a skinwalker type of character. The medicine man.
Yeah, that's cool.
They nerfed it a little bit, though. You can't transform into whatever. You can't be a dinosaur anymore. Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
What the
Raw.
fuck?
No more ants!
Oh.
So it's no longer whatever
Yeah, it's
Oh, you
only
can't
one of the...
creature you see.
No.
It's just whatever.
It's
And it's only 2?
And it says specifically, well, I think it might go up.
2
I
plus
mean-
half your druid
Yeah.
level.
Oh, okay.
Round
There you
up.
go. I misread that. Yeah, it's 2 plus half your druid level. So you get to pick those forms from the back of the player's handbook. Hopefully they change it to more than just the back of the player's handbook. Obviously, maybe there will be more in the back of the player's handbook.
It does say in the design note, wild shape
Yeah.
forms, the creature
Yeah, in the-
statistics section of the 2024 Player's Handbook will include more beast options than the 2014 book contains.
And honestly,
Cool.
DMs, don't be afraid to just give them a couple more options. Like, come on. It's just
I
druid
don't-
shape.
I don't see the
It
issue of having what you can wild shape being stuff you have seen before.
Yeah? the issue? What's the issue?
Did I cut out?
No, you just
No.
I said I don't see the issue.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I heard
there's
you
no
say the
issue.
issue.
There
Oh
is-
no, I don't see an issue with how it was. Like that makes sense.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
it
think
does
it's-
make
it,
sense,
It
but-
limits it, but it also it limits it, and with limiting, you get more creativity, right?
Like
You use what you have.
I guess it saves you from writing down every fucking species you see so you remember.
Though it does kind of suck though,
But-
because when I do use wild shape, I use it for like scouting.
And
That's
there
true.
will 100% be animals eligible for scouting in the back of the player's handbook. Evan, do you want to say
Now-
something?
That's also true.
Like literally that fly moment in your campaign.
Maybe
that's
not
like-
a fly.
The only time I felt cool as Kanaya. So I was like, oh, that's so smart, hell yeah.
All right.
Why is your hand yellow?
He had a turmeric bath. He had a turmeric bath.
Jesus Christ.
He activated his rage. You got 10 minutes with that.
Evan, we're not talking about barbarians anymore. Get the hint.
Wait, we weren't?
No, we're on Druid.
Yeah, they
now.
didn't add
No,
wild shape. Sorry, barbarians stay losing. What do you want to say, Evan?
Later on, it does say that when choosing a new form, you may look in the monster manual or elsewhere for eligible beasts if the DM permits you to do so.
Oh, I missed it. It's on the next page.
There you
Oh,
go.
let's go,
Well-
DMs. DMs, be cool.
You get the number. You get.
Let people turn into dinosaurs.
let
and
people-
shit.
Also to note, before
I'm the monster. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
before level 8, you cannot choose a
God,
monster
Mr.
with a fly speed.
Jalapeno!
Only at level 8 you can choose one with a fly speed.
I will love you forever.
I feel like we're having two different conversations right now.
Sorry.
I feel like we need to retain our ability to talk about druids right now so we can get through it because we're only on the level 3 abilities. And guess what? We're at 40 minutes. How are we gonna make it to
So?
monks,
Oh my
guys?
God.
How are we gonna
Oh
make
my
it a
God.
monk?
We can have an
Um,
extra long episode.
2 hours long.
I'm so sorry, editor.
But to reiterate what I just said, before level 8, you cannot choose a form that has a flying speed. It's only at level 8 that you can.
I don't think that has changed, but what they did do is lift the swimming speed change. Like, they changed the ability to not be able to pick a creature with a swimming speed. So you could be a knucklehead trout at level 2, right?
What?
No, it's
Why so specific?
Can I be a shark?
No, not until you're later on. Oh, I don't care. Okay, let's move on. First of all, it's now temporary HP. It's not a secondary hit point bar. It's temporary HP. So now, you remember how Jeremy Crawford was like, if you get fucking pointed at, power word killed in a wild shape form that has less HP than you, you're dead. Can't happen because your HP is still technically there. That's a huge change.
Who the fuck is Jeremy Crawford?
He is a guy for Wizards of the Coast, and people talk to him about rules a lot on Twitter.
He is a guy.
He's a guy. Next
Guy.
up, we'll move to Wild Resurgence. If you have no use of Wild Shape left, you can give yourself one by expending a spell slot, and vice versa. You can expend a Wild Shape to give yourself a spell slot. Meow meow meow. I think it's only level ones. I think it's only level ones. It doesn't say it's only level 1 spell slots, but that's okay.
Oh.
That's just it lets you
That's
cook.
fine.
It lets you cook. It lets you cook as a nature boy. That's honestly, I feel like there's not a lot to talk. There's not a whole lot to talk about with that. So
Sorry, just quickly. I know we glossed over it, but the rules about transformed. It says that while in a form, you retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak. And the following rules apply for game statistics, temporary hit points, and no spell casting.
You can speak in wild shape now?
I guess that wasn't a thing in 2014.
What
So you
the
could be a you could be a talking fish.
be a riding horse. You're like you trick some guy into like riding down the street, and you're like he's like, onward, steed, and you're like, no,
Bitch.
no, I don't want.
No.
I don't.
Why do you guys say it like that, man?
Why's my horse talking to me?
No one will ever believe you.
This is like reverse Arthur Morgan. Like, why are you talking to him like that?
You're riding me. It's time for you to go.
Ew.
We're going back to my
Can you
party.
stop?
Can I leave this
And you can't
this
leave.
podcast?
You can't leave. I'm a horse.
Stop.
Editor, can you put a picture of a horse during that whole monologue Ryan just did, just replace his webcam with a horse?
No. Do that, but take his lip movements and paste it on there.
Editor's going into After Effects with this one. We'll move on to Elemental Fury level 7 ability. So with you get to pick one of the following options. So I believe this is like a continuation of the Primal Order. You get to pick either Potent Spellcasting, which is you add your Wisdom modifier to any damage you do with a cantrip, or Primal Strike. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack roll using a weapon or a beast form's attack in wild shape, you can cause the target to take an additional 1d8 cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. You get to choose that when you hit. So you get a little extra meow, 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 zest. A little bit extra zest. So if you're a spellcasting druid, if you're not a wild shaping druid, you're like a Circle of the Land, I suppose. You're probably going to want to go with potent spellcasting.
So I guess you could say that if you were a cat-like creature, you would be a Thundercat.
Get out!
Blow up Evan. Blow him up. Blow him up.
Get out!
Oh God, he's dead.
All right, I'm gonna revive Evan.
Oh, it's getting there. Keep going. It's getting there.
Oh, keep going, keep going.
I'm just
getting
going to
there.
sit down here the rest of this
He's
time.
All right. What do you guys think of that? It lets you spec in a little bit more. Maybe if you want to mix and match, mix and match a little bit of crazy funky town type of stuff. You don't. I think what it adds is the ability to not have to pick and choose. If you're a moon druid and you want to get into spellcasting, maybe you're going to take potent spellcasting. It gives you the option to.
The boogie woogie.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Halia.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I did kind of forget what you said. There's a lot going on, but I'm sure
Either
it's
add
great
wisdom modifier
for
to
land
cantrip damage
druids
or
to take
add extra d8.
potent magic things.
So you get to either add your wisdom bonus to cantrips or an extra d8 to your attacks.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. I guess that's you hear
Gold
You
star.
heard it here first, folks. Halia approved is cool. What about you, Alyssa?
Gold star. There you go.
You got 2 now.
I feel like this could be
Yeah,
this
cool.
this episode could just be like my face, like just my webcam. Everything else could be removed, and I feel like there would be like no change. Just an hour of me yapping about the one D&D stuff to you guys.
No,
Well,
right.
just like, what do you want us to
I
say?
feel like we've
Ryan.
added some.
Yeah, like
content.
we don't play these like classes.
Yo,
Ryan.
if we were talking about sorcerer, I would be all on this shit. But
yeah,
like,
same with rogue.
I
or
don't play
fighter.
druids.
Yeah.
Ryan, I think we should send the editor
Noah
a
should be
picture
here.
of your face.
Noah
straight,
plays a
like,
lot of
straight face.
druids.
That's
Have that
true.
as the background of the thumbnail.
There was a funky thing.
All right. Well, let's move on from your
If
singing.
you sing that song loud enough, it summons Noah.
Well, you know what else happens if you say something loud enough? If you listen loud enough, you might be able to commune with nature, which is a level 9 ability druids
How do
have.
you listen loud enough? Sorry.
Get bigger ears.
Shut up! Nature boy!
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I lost my temper. We're talking about barbarians and the whole thing. Commune with nature. You're an expression of nature itself, and you can commune with the natural. You get commune with nature. It's always prepared. You get to
What does commune with nature do?
talk to plants.
Commune with.
Oh, okay.
That makes
To
sense.
the dirt.
That makes sense.
Pick up
Hey,
a,
crab
Star,
grass.
There you go.
your pet rock.
Apologize to the plants now.
Your pet rock can talk to you now.
Let's go.
Why did I never
Jeremy?
think you could have a pet rock?
Jeremy,
Wait,
my
Jeremy,
pet
really?
rock.
Can you actually?
I feel like commune with nature is that.
I'm making a druid who has a pet rock.
Oh god. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting there like. So what do you think we should do, Rocky?
It has like one of those like houses things.
Yeah.
Oh,
little crate,
actually, I
little crate.
completely I lied to you, Commune with nature says you briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. In the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. In caves and other natural underground settings, the radius is limited to 300 feet. The spell doesn't function where nature has been replaced by construction, such as dungeons and towns. Instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects, as they relate to the area, terrain, and bodies of water. Prevalent. Prevalent plants, minerals, animals, people, powerful celestial, phase, fiends, elementals, or undead, and influence from other planes of existence. And last but not least, buildings.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so you can't talk to Rock.
that's
I'm sorry,
cool,
but you
then.
can't talk to Rocky.
That seems like a
Well,
pretty
actually, no,
boring-
I can. You
Can't
just
talk to
can't talk
Rocky.
back to me.
I'm pissed.
I can just be like every other little
wanna
girl who
talk
has
to
Rocky.
Rock.
Rocco! Oh my
That's
god,
what
I
I'm
can do the
saying.
fucking.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can do the pink thing from Elmo.
But now, improved elemental fury. Ryan, take it away.
Well, this one's actually really funny. When you cast a druid cantrip with a range of 10 feet or greater, the spell's range is increased by 300 feet. It's really funny. You can thorn whip someone from 300 feet away. You heard it? Yeah. You could poison spray someone from 310 feet away.
That seems
Um,
illegal.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
What level?
Level 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Level
Yeah. It's kind of sad because early game that would be so funny. Like snipe someone with a poison spray. And then Primal
that
Strike.
seems like a lot, though.
I mean, I don't think it's for a cantrip. It
I
isn't
guess
even.
level 15.
It's yeah, like you're talking at most right now. You're doing maybe like 4d12, 5d12 with a poison spray, and poison spray
Wait, is it only on cantrips?
is only on cantrips. But cantrip with a range of
then
10
I don't
feet or
care
greater.
then.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't care then.
yeah. Could you
Well, it
imagine?
makes sense that it's cantrips. If you think about it.
Yeah,
I
Sad.
thought
Have you
you
thought
just
about
meant
it?
spells in general, and I was like,
Could,
what
that would
the
be
fuck?
something.
That
That would be daring.
That would be illegal.
That'd be nuts.
That would be daring. And then,
Fireball from 300 feet away.
well, that would actually be 450 feet away.
Fireball.
That's scary.
That's funny.
And then Primal Strike is increased to 2d8. So really, it's just to get a little bit of a.
It goes.
On and on
to,
and on and on
and
and on.
to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
What do you guys think of that,
These
though?
spells-
Does that change your opinion on the Elemental Fury from earlier? Like the two, because
No.
it's not that you get to mix and match this one. It's just you get the one that you picked earlier is improved. Because
No.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't know how to. I don't know.
all
It
right,
genuinely, it doesn't change my opinion. I think the potent spellcasting's more powerful.
well, beast spells. I think this one is the funniest. So now you can talk in wild shape. We all know that. While you're wild shaping, you can cast spells in beast form, except for any spells that have a material component with a cost specified, or if it consumes. But
Oh, I don't like that.
But you can still cast stuff like Wall of Fire. I think you can
Hey.
take Wall of Fire, conjure animals. So you could be like a bear. Just
A bear casts thunderclap.
I don't like
Wait,
that. That's goofy.
I feel like I phased out of existence while you were talking. You can cast spells in wild shape?
yes.
Yeah,
At level 18.
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
goofy.
It is
That's-
really funny.
It is
Like you're ever gonna
goofy,
get
but
to
it's
that level.
18 and you're never gonna get there.
It's also like if you can talk in wild shape, why not, right? I think it's
I mean,
really
I
silly.
thought you
Vocal
just
and somatic.
could.
I mean,
To be
you're not
honest.
supposed to be able to, but we just do that.
So
I feel
now,
like a lot of groups just do that.
yeah, now
I'm
it's
sure they do.
confirmed. Now it's confirmed. It's been updated.
Updated.
Yeah.
Updated.
Level
So-
20 Archdruid.
Yeah, Archdruid. When you roll initiative with no wild shapes left, you gain 1. Nature Magician.
Wowie
You can convert
zowie.
uses of wild shape into a spell slot, no action required, and you get to choose a number of your expended uses of wild shape and convert them into a single spell slot, with each use contributing 2 spell levels. You can you got to finish a long rest before you do that, like redo that. For example, you can use 2 uses of Wild Shape to produce a 4th level spell slot.
Did you say this is level 20?
This is level 20
Yep.
Archdruid, yeah.
I thought you don't get. Like, I thought you just get unlimited wild shape at level 20.
They changed it because that was really broken.
You're level 20.
Yep.
That's dumb.
Doesn't make sense. They wanted things to be stronger, but now they're like changing it so you're not as strong at level 20.
I don't
feel like
that at all.
There's kind of a balance thing that they're not really like. Either you want everyone to be really strong or you don't. Pick a lane. And then
don't like
longevity.
that.
The primal magic that you wield causes you to age more slowly. For every 10 years that pass, your body ages only 1 year.
Yeah, that was normal.
Yeah, nothing's changed there.
I feel like fucking level 20 abilities just suck dick.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if you spend a whole campaign level, like, 1 or 3 to 20, and you get to level 20, and you get, like, fucking... Ooh, you age less. Yippee!
Yippee! Nature boys!
Just play a fucking elf!
Yeah, elf with this is crazy. You get to live crazy long.
Yeah.
We're talking like 7,000 years.
Give me something cool.
Yeah, I like the infinite wild shapes, even if it was busted as hell.
It's not even
Because
busted at that
in reality,
level.
you're not
No, but you
playing
get
level 20 for
infinite-
very long.
You get infinite HP.
if you do make it there.
Infinite HP. You can't
So,
die.
You're an archdruid.
Yeah, but you can't die at level 20.
Yeah.
It removes the stakes.
There shouldn't be any stakes because you're the highest level. You're an
And-
archdruid.
There's monsters, which I think they probably should buff Tarask at this point. The Tarask is supposed to be like a level 20 killer, okay? With a
Okay.
level 20 Archdruid, you cannot be killed by no fucking Tarask. Just not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Well, isn't it that if the amount of damage goes over the maximum HP of the creature you turn into, doesn't it carry over into your own HP?
Yeah, but
So then, if you wild shape into something that has, like, say, let's just spitball here, the thing you transform to has 100 HP. Blow from a Tarask. Let's look up the average.
yeah, well,
damage
I got it.
Tarask
I got it
does.
right here.
Okay, what's the average damage?
I say that, and then it takes like 4 years to happen. Average damage from a Tarask, so it can make 5 attacks. Okay, 1 with its bite, 2 with its claws, 1 with its horn, and 1 with its tail. So that would be
That's
2 with its claws.
If
So that's
all 5
wait.
hit.
48. Wait, not 48. That would be 56. 56 plus. 56 plus
I'm pulling up the calculator.
36,
50
which would be 92.
Ne-
92 plus 32, which goes up to 124.
124.
And then with one with its tail, which is 168 or 166 because it's plus 24.
So
Now,
yeah,
That was a lot
but
of
I
money.
wanna
have that happen multiple times.
but look at
your
Earth,
Archdruid can still die.
a Moon Druid. If you're a Moon Druid level 20, you can transform into elementals. Earth Elemental, there is something here. You get 126 HP if you don't roll. Okay. None of these attacks are magical, so it's all halved. You could technically take 2 barrages from a Tarask in 1 wild shape form, and then just go over.
Okay.
So that's pretty. Like that's
I
crazy.
mean, you're playing. Usually, people start level 1 and you get to level 20. You don't just level up every time you finish a fight. People
Yeah.
play for like 20 years.
Yeah, but
and they don't get to level 20. And when you get to level 20, that's like a big thing.
Yeah, but you also
So you
want these monsters like Tarasks to feel like a fulfilling fight. Because if an Archdruid could pretty much like solo a Tarask at that point,
I mean,
there's no
if
stakes
you're-
in it.
If you're a smart player, because I know damn well. This bitch? No. Could not. I would die immediately to the Tarask.
It's just something that I feel like if like I'm not opposed to having unlimited wild shapes. I'm just saying they got to pick a lane because like that kind of stuff was on par with like Tasha's, and then they're like, well, now we don't want that, so it's kind of weird. It's weird.
I think it works because you worked out hard to get up to that level, and like you live to that level. You deserve a little. You deserve a little treat.
Little treat, a little something, something.
And now they just take it away, and it's like one of like the third level abilities. Is what it sounded like. So I was like, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah. Well,
Personally.
we finished Druids, guys. We're on to monks.
To
what
monks.
the flip?
It only took an hour
It only
to
took
talk
an
about
hour.
I know
Barbarian
nothing about all
and
three of
Druid.
these. This is really fun.
I know nothing about monks. I've never
Same.
played a monk.
I
so-
played one monk. For
This
like
is
2
where
seconds.
I come in.
Yippee!
Yeah, it's gonna be the Evan and Ryan show if it already wasn't.
All right, you two can leave. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Well, we'll start off on martial arts. You guys know martial
Yeah.
arts. You only get these properties when you
Wait,
aren't wearing
wording?
armor
I
and
can't do that
aren't
no more.
using a shield. So you can't have no cool leather armor or cool shield. No, you know none of that. You get one of your monk weapons and that's it. You get to make
No
a bonus.
shield for monk?
No shield.
That
No,
makes
no,
sense.
no.
What fucking monk has a shield? Fucking lame ass bitch.
Come on. You're a
It's a
martial
bit
artist.
silly.
Martial artist. Come on, learn something new. You can make an extra unarmed attack as a bonus action. That's not changed. I don't think dexterous attacks are changed either. However,
No.
in addition, when you choose the grappler shove option, you can use your dex instead. So instead of having to use strength when you're trying to shove somebody or you hold them back,
You tied yourself into a knot and now they can't move.
exactly. And one of the biggest changes is they changed the level 1 martial arts die to a D6 in place of the normal
D4.
Yeah. So in fact, I think it now goes up to a D12 for martial arts die, which is huge. That's crazy.
Oh wow,
So
it does.
instead of your damage being akin to a dagger at level 1, it's now a short sword, which is it's more balanced. What do you guys think?
I enjoy that a bit more. Just it makes it so that way monks can deal a bit more damage and be more reliable at earlier levels.
In fact, it puts them on par with a great sword using character because you get to roll 2d6 if you hit both your unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
I mean that I would like it better if that were not a level 1 ability because monks usually don't use weapons.
That's not a weapon thing. They get to use the d6 for their punches.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said you were talking about daggers. So I
No,
assumed you
like,
meant, a
at
weapon.
normal D&D, their damage die at level 1 is a d4, which is like a dagger.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood what you were talking about. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
How about you, Alyssa? What do you think?
I'm getting a
Good.
drink. I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
How
dare you.
freaking dare you?
How flippin' dare you, my
How
guy?
flippin' dare you? Can you believe this girl? Can you believe this girl getting a fucking drink? I would never
Wow,
drink.
having a drink
Yeah, what
during
the
a
hell?
podcast?
I would never do that in my life.
Yeah, guys.
I would never flip and do that.
Well,
Well, I
anyways,
think it's kind of universal. Like, yeah, it's based. It's based.
Yeah.
If they up the martial arts damage. We're moving
It
on.
does-
Makes sense.
it doesn't seem like level unarmored defense hasn't changed.
They changed
Uh.
key points into monk's discipline. Your self-discipline and martial
No
training
key?
allow you to harness a well of extraordinary energy within yourself. Your access to the energy is represented by discipline points. We'll actually wait for Hallie to get back to before we jump into this next part. So they changed key into monk's discipline. So you now have discipline points instead of key points. And I actually think it's the same amount of key points that you would normally get. Yeah, it is the exact same. So you get pretty much one every level. You don't start with them. You start them at level 2, which you get 2 points. You expend a discipline point. When you spend a discipline point, it is unavailable until you finish a short or long rest, at the end of which you get all of them back. You get your DC and whatnot. Flurry of Blows is 1 discipline point. You make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Patient Defense is also 1. Step of the Wind is also 1.
Those haven't changed.
Nothing's changed except it's not called Key anymore, which is cool. Because this, what it's kind of like is like a lot of people like doing that. Like, I'm a pugilist, kind of. Like I wasn't in no monastery. I was fighting on the streets. I'm a street thug. Looking at you,
I
Jonas.
think it's better than being a Dragon Ball character and actually being more a realistic monk.
Yeah. So nothing's really changed there. Not really any opinions to be had. Uncanny Metabolism. When you roll initiative, you regain all expended discipline points. When you do so, roll your martial arts die and regain a number of hit points equal to your monk level plus the number rolled. You can't do that until you finish a long rest again. Okay. So that's little
super good.
Early levels, you might be going into combat multiple times a day, and you're gonna have to burn. So having that little extra juice, it helps let you keep up with the classes like Warlock or the new Druid.
Let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
What do you think about shaking loose, Halia? What do you think about this uncanny metabolism?
Cool.
It's great.
All right.
I don't
I
know
feel
nothing
like-
about monks, bro. I can't talk about this.
But how does that sound? Does that sound
I
cool?
feel like
I don't know.
if me and Halia were replaced with Noah and Jonas, it
You'd
would
have
be a lot more
yeah.
opinion.
Because you guys know more about
I
D&D.
don't know shit.
No, we are a little bit clueless when it comes to not sorcerer, rogues,
So,
or fighters.
I took a sneak peek of what's ahead.
Those
so
are our
happy.
things.
These could
I
be
don't-
your things.
I have
These
a monk.
could be your things if you wanted them
But-
to be.
we can dance if we want to.
These
We
could
can
be
leave
your
it
But
things.
this
Fine.
behind.
Look into this ring.
Oh my god, it's the ring!
Oh my god.
Samara!
That's creepy.
Well, anyways,
Evan,
oh, I see.
I have
So,
something to say to
okay.
you.
I like... Okay. What is the one you just read off? What does
The
that one do?
uncanny metabolism, you get to regain
Yes.
your expended discipline points, and you regain a little bit of HP when you go into combat, and you can't do it until you finish a long rest. So you can do it once, and then you have to take a long rest before it recharges.
It's kind of like with level 5 Wild Resurgence for
Yeah.
Druid,
Yeah.
except it's at level 2
Well,
instead
pretty
of
much.
level 5.
Let's say you expend all
I
your...
don't know what that one does.
You expend all your
but-
discipline points to Flurry of Blows in one combat, and maybe you take a couple scratches. Instead of healing and whatnot, maybe you defeat these kobolds, but the kobold cavalry arrives and you have to roll initiative again. You get to heal up some of your wounds, and your key points are back, or your discipline points are back. That's going to be a Freudian slip for the rest of my
I
life.
don't like that they're called discipline points now.
Well, it changes from... It kind of lets you be more free with your backstory, because it's not like you're not using key all the time.
Well, you can just say that you're not from a monastery
Yeah, but
and just continue to use it as key. Like,
It's
I don't
just
think was anyone freaking out about that? Like, oh my god,
I was.
I can't have key. Anyway,
No, you weren't.
I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Because monks are
It-
kind of...
Mid.
It helps, especially if you're using Step of the Wind a lot, like for exploring. Like, say you're doing reconnaissance and you're trying to get up onto a wall, but you don't want to be noticed, so you Step of the Wind up there. Trying
Yeah.
to,
It lets you do more things and not be punished for it as much. Unarmored movement didn't really change.
hasn't changed. But
Deflect
level 3,
attacks. A deflect attack.
that's so much better. I'm so happy about
They
this
changed
change.
it from deflect missiles, which have you two ever heard of deflect missiles, where you get to
I've
catch an
heard of it.
arrow. You get to catch an arrow, throw it back.
For premise,
But now-
I did
Throw
this
it
to
back.
Sabbath in Jonas's campaign.
You get to throw it
Yes,
back.
you did.
So now
You can
you
throw
can
it
do
I
back.
I
caught
remember
Sabbath's
that
bullets
moment.
and threw them back at him.
You get to
Yes, I remember this moment. I wonder why that happened.
yeah. Who knows? We'll never know. provocation is a hell of a drug. Anyways, now you can do it to melee attacks as well.
You can throw their punch back at them.
Literally, you can make them hit them in the... Yeah, you can hit them in their face with their
Why
own...
hitting yourself? Why hitting yourself? Why hitting yourself?
Exactly.
Yeah, they have to succeed a dex save, or they take pretty much double your martial arts die in damage plus your dex. So someone goes to, like, punch you, you go...
Oh. Scratch that, reverse it.
Literally.
Oh, that's so goofy.
So when you do so, the total damage you take from
Wait,
the
so
attack is reduced by a d10.
that's
plus
any,
your
like,
dexterity
melee
modifier
attack?
plus your-
Any melee or ranged attack. So anything with bludgeoning,
Any
piercing, or
bludgeoning,
slashing.
So you still have the, like, ranged weapons.
Yep.
You can
So
get
someone
to.
shoots an arrow at you, catch it, wah, wah, throw it back.
But the only time you can throw it back is if you reduce the damage to 0, which then you use a discipline point or key point to throw it back.
I'm sure the monk can throw it back anytime.
Oh, you know, that monk shit, dude. That monk shit. They've been practicing. They got the discipline points now. It's no longer key. They got discipline to do it.
Their new monk subclass, the monk of throwing it back.
Monk throwing it back. This is cool.
That's paladins, bro.
Okay, relax. That's the oath of throwing it back. Shout out to One Shot Questers.
Oh, that's what it's from. What do you guys think of deflect attacks? I think that's awesome that you can do that.
That's
It's
cool.
so busted.
I just don't
fucking love it.
understand how
Don't
you can
give it to Hugo.
My
Give
fucking
it to
God,
Hugo.
no, don't. Jonas,
Give it to
don't.
Hugo. Give it to Hugo.
Jonas,
Give it to Hugo.
Jonas,
Jonas.
give Hugo a heart attack. Give Hugo a heart attack.
But okay, so what? Okay, the ranged attacks I get, but how the hell are you gonna make someone?
You dislocate the wrist.
Or let's say
Okay.
someone's like swinging a hammer at you. You could like dodge it
Dodge
and
out
then
of the way.
push the hammer back into them.
Yeah.
Or like someone swinging a sword down at you. Wah! Throw it back. Throw
It's
it
an actual
back.
thing. It's a way to make an opening for yourself. It happens in actual.
No, I know.
fighting,
I'm just
so
trying
it's a way to
to
incorporate
process
this.
how you do that in a battle.
I'm sure monks have a crazy kooky way that they do it.
You can describe it
Like
however
they're
you want. I'm
monks.
sure.
I just don't get it. But the ranged one's cool because that's so badass.
Well,
when
the
someone
ranged-
catches.
The range was
The
in,
range is the
fifth-
same.
Yeah, that
It
was
was in
always
the
in
original.
there. Now you can just do it with melee weapons too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the ranged one is cooler in my opinion.
That's true.
No.
I agree.
When you catch an arrow,
Yeah, that's way cooler. Imagine doing it to a
More
cannonball.
like catching bullets.
Cannonball.
What the fuck?
Kung Fu Panda moment. Oh my god.
Kung Fu Panda.
Skadoosh.
Yeah, when Poe like instead of catching the cannon, he's like, "Oh, it's a teardrop," and he like swings it back to the ship. Bye.
Oh,
That's cool.
That was cool.
Now we'll move on to the level 5 ability Stunning Strike. They buffed it.
They
So
did?
if
they did,
Yeah,
Oh,
if they
God.
fail instead of they're not stunned if they fail, but they take extra force damage equal to your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier. They just made Stunning Strike. Stunning Strike. You attempt to stun a target, and if they succeed,
yeah,
they
you
aren't
said
stunned.
fail.
I meant like fail in terms of you, but if they succeed, they don't get stunned, and they take force damage equal to your martial arts die plus wisdom. So there's no reason not to Stunning Strike now. Monks, you're out there. DMs hate you. I hope you know that.
If,
Jonas,
if Hugo
Don't
gets it,
give it to Hugo.
and Hugo doesn't,
Do not give it to Hugo.
If Hugo relapses in his rehab again for the 8th time, can't help you, buddy. You might die. I can't help
Y'all
you.
haven't helped at all.
We haven't done shit.
I'm sorry.
You're the one
We
putting
haven't
yourself
not
back.
helped.
I'm moving on. I'm so angry. I'm moving on. No,
I'm a
kidding.
robot and I
Um,
don't know how to process emotions.
So Stunning Strike, I think they just made it. They made it better. Really good. I feel like there's honestly no reason not to do it. May as well.
I don't know what Stunning Strike is.
You stun them.
I just know.
It's the thing
I
that
know.
Hugo did that pissed us all off.
Why would no? It doesn't piss us off. It pisses the
It
DM off.
pisses Jonas off.
It pisses.
Until he does it to us, and then it pisses us off.
Pisses whatever DM is DMing.
So you just stun them?
You just stun them.
Okay,
just stun
that's
them.
cool. If you're not hitting the party members.
Anyways, we'll
Don't
move on.
piss
me
off.
Anyways, we'll move on to Empowered Strikes. Whenever you deal damage with your unarmed strike, it deals your choice of force damage or its normal damage type. Even better! Dude, that's a level 6 ability. They need to fucking move that up. Force damage is the lowest resisted and immunity typed damage type in the entire game.
That's also cool. No, sorry.
I was saying, ain't no one has that type of shit, and that's crazy for a level 6 ability.
I like so wait, sorry, can you see it again? What is it?
You get to use force damage for your damage type instead of its normal damage type, or you can just use its normal damage type.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really good for level 6 though. For level 6 that is very strong.
It's giving the I think it's called the whooshy finger.
The whooshy finger hold.
From
Whooshy
Kung
finger
Fu
hold.
Panda.
You don't know it. You're bluffing.
Bruh, monks
You're
get
right.
like force damage
I
at
taught
level
myself.
6. Fucking
Skadoosh.
druids at level 20 get to age less. What the fuck is this shit?
This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up.
They hate druids.
I think they need to move that
Level 20 abilities suck.
move that down.
Okay, no. Okay, level 20 druid now sucks. It was good when you had unlimited wild shape, but now they're like,
They
you
just
can
suck.
age less or slower.
They just suck. Anyways, please continue.
Well, I think they need to move that to be a later ability.
I think that's cool.
It's just so strong for a level 6 ability. That's way too strong, I think.
Well, Empowered Strikes in 2014 was your fists are now considered magical.
Yeah, which is
Damage.
fine. You overcome resistances, but there's also creatures that are like vulnerable to force damage and whatnot.
But you also have to think about it being, is this monk going to be using any other weapons? Because if they're just using their straight fists, that's the only weapon that they're going to have. They need to have some more damage output with it.
Monks don't usually use weapons.
They do, monk weapons. It's the whole thing.
Okay. Yes, I know they have it, but they don't usually. Like, I don't think Hugo uses a weapon.
He does now because...
Okay, well, he didn't.
But yeah, like beginning up until the point that we stopped playing, he only used the short sword maybe like 5 times.
Yeah. So monks are usually going to use their fists.
Mainly because you can get 4 attacks in.
Yeah.
Well, my personal opinion, I think they need to make that a later level ability.
Bang, boom.
Let them keep the magical attacks level 6, but the force damage I feel like should be a later thing.
I think it's cool.
Or even an astral self thing. I think that was an astral self thing. Hey, they should keep
I
that.
like it for level 6.
How about you, Alyssa? What do you think?
Cool.
Seems cool.
Alright.
Level 7 and level 9 don't seem to be different.
No, that stuff's not different. Heightened discipline. Your training has pushed your body and mind to now new levels. Your flurry of blows, patient defense, and step of the wind gain the following benefits. You can spend 1 discipline point to use flurry of blows and make 3 unarmed strikes instead of 2. So flurry of blows gets a bonus. That's really good, really strong. And patient defense, you can use a discipline point to use patient defense and gain a number of temporary HP equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die. Also really good extra defense. Who doesn't like a little bit of extra defense? Step of the wind. Now you can choose a creature within 5 feet of large or smaller. You can move that creature with you until the end of your turn. The creature's movements don't provoke opportunity attacks. So you get to take someone with you when you go. Really good. That stuff's, I think it's really good. More discipline.
Maybe give it to Hugo.
Give that to Hugo.
Maybe.
You can give that to Hugo.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe give it to Hugo. That's how I'm gonna rate everything.
That's a good idea.
Give it to Hugo. Don't give it to Hugo.
We'll give that
You're
to
the only
Hugo.
monk
So the last
that has
one,
been
so
played.
the last one I'm going to say is don't give it to Hugo because you hurt.
So,
You can do it to other people,
Yeah.
don't give it to Hugo.
not us.
This give to Hugo. I think this is a give to Hugo moment. Certified give to Hugo moment. Certified gold star.
Gold star. There you go.
What do you got?
Restoration.
Self-restoration through sheer force of will. You can remove one of the following conditions from yourself at the end of each of your turns. Charmed, frightened, or poisoned. In addition, foregoing food and drink doesn't give you levels of exhaustion. You no longer have to eat, you no longer have to drink, and you can no longer be charmed, frightened, or poisoned.
That's stupid.
What?
Why?
Guys, this is level 10. This is level 10. Why are you giving them this at level 10? That is a
Why are
certified...
you giving them that?
This is a certified level 14 ability. Certified 14 ability. Give it to Hugo, but this is a certified level 14 ability.
That
I
doesn't
think the
make
reason-
sense.
I think a big reason behind it is just
They wanted to get rid of stillness of mind, and there's another ability later on that kind of did a similar thing with poisoned and whatnot. I think stillness of mind,
Oh.
it is a nice change of stillness of mind, but I think it's a little bit strong being able to just
I
do
think
it.
this is a way of just
But it's all for free, and
Bring
I
them
think
together.
that is a little
I
bit
thought
sussy. I think that's a little
This
sussy.
was. I thought this was supposed to go into the like, what is it called? Oh no, it's not praying. What the hell is it? Oh no. It's what monks
Meditation?
do.
I don't know.
Meditation.
I don't know.
Because monks sometimes, like, I know a while ago I read a thing that, like, some monk was, like, meditating for, like, 10 years and didn't eat or drink anything. Some weird shit.
That guy going to the fucking kitchen at 3 a.m. eating that shredded cheese. You know he was getting nibbles. You know he was getting nibbles.
Oh.
I feel like I don't like when class abilities give you that type of things.
Yeah. It's weird.
Like it seems like like that seems very much like a race thing to me.
It's reborn.
I
Reborn.
the food stuff I don't really care about because nobody really tracks food in this day and age. The part that's getting me is the charmed, frightened, or poisoned. I feel like that should be a key point to remove at the end of your turn. That's how it was, and I feel like it's a little bit much if you can just do that.
But counterpoint, there's the Ring of Protection. There's
Ring of
a
Protection
bunch of
just gives
armor-
you a +1 to
But
that stuff.
what I'm saying is like that's magical armor. There are magical armors that prevent you from being charmed, frightened. There's probably armor that prevents you from being poisoned.
Yep.
So
yeah, but
a
that's
monk's not going to be
armor.
wearing armor.
But that's the
A
thing.
monk doesn't wear armor.
Is how often
No.
but how often do you see as a player that kind of, like armor at all get given out that's magic that does anything like that? Like it very rarely does. Not only is it magic armor, but is it magic armor that does something like that? In any campaign that I've played, I've almost never seen a magic set of
I
armor
think
given
Jonas has done that like
Ring of
once.
mind shielding, helmet of mind
Okay,
shielding.
rings aren't armor though. Monks can wear rings.
Can
Just
they?
as, yes, just as well as anyone else because
Well,
they're not classified as armor. So they can wear the ring of mind shielding. They can wear the ring of protection, and the ring of mind shielding doesn't even.
Cloaks as well.
All it does is prevent people from telling you if you're lying and stop mental communication. This is something that why stillness of mind I find was balance, where it's one key point to remove that kind of stuff. I think it was at the start of your turn, which is better, I think. So you don't spend your turn charmed, frightened, or poisoned, and you can continue on. Whereas this is at the end. I just think it's a little bit much for free.
Then again, this is still like 2023, so
That's
who
what-
knows? Shit can change.
Yeah, in the full release,
just-
because this was the latest thing that they released for the playtest version.
It just seems a bit silly to just be given a free. Oh no! Charm me, nah. Frighten me, nah. Poison me, funny.
The poison,
this-
I guess the poison isn't as bad because like who fucking cares? There's like a million races out there that are immune to poison. I just mean
Yeah,
the
that-
charmed and frightened.
That's races though, not
Yeah.
classes.
But that's why I'm saying it doesn't really matter. I'm saying the charmed and frightened is the thing that is like
This-
stillness of mind. I think has the
this-
edge of like being more balanced.
This just seems like what a race would get. It's a reborn mixed with like. well,
And see, that's why races are
something
just
else.
they're making races too overpowered. They have shit like that. I think it's stupid.
I think it makes sense for races
No,
because
because
you've
I-
like evolved like that.
Yeah, but that's the
like,
thing is like
Classes that
Like,
doesn't really make sense. to
look
me.
at Reborn. If we're talking about Reborn, that is the most broken ass race I've ever seen in my fucking life. Advantage
Well,
on
yeah.
death saves. You don't have to eat, sleep, breathe. Immune to diseases and poison. That
How are you
shit
doing,
is
listeners?
broken.
Are you doing okay?
Are you
I
serious?
hope you're doing good.
What?
You tired yet?
Who?
Same.
Yeah, it's only
People that are watching this.
Oh. Okay. Hello.
Level
Anyways,
13.
Deflect
Deflect
attacks.
Yeah, I was gonna add something, but never
Oh,
mind.
go for it.
Oh, go
No,
for it, go for
add
it.
it. Why do we keep
Um,
doing that?
Don't give it to Hugo is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, don't give it to Hugo. I kind of stand with Talia where I think that type of stuff should be a race thing, because that's how you're.
Evolved.
I could get the eating thing, like you don't have to eat as often, but like
You guys are saying that
you don't develop those things from like becoming a monk.
No. That's just like...
Are you guys saying
That's how you... What?
Are you guys saying that charm immunity, frighten immunity, and poison immunity should all be just racial things? Because that is broken as fuck to be a racial thing. That is stupid.
Okay, but evolution does weird shit.
Evolution does not give you immunity to charm to we're just gonna move on
It
from this.
could.
We're gonna move on from the... Leave your opinion in the comments. What do you guys think?
What is the point of a podcast? We don't talk about it.
Because this is an hour and a half, and who wants to argue? So moving on to deflect energy.
It
not
depends on the
arguing.
class
Deflect energy.
or the race.
The feature attacks. You can now do any damage, not just bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So really good. Someone hits you with a fire whip. We're talking about Baylor's over here. Fire whip, lightning sword, bitch. Whack! Hit himself in his face. That's what you get, Baylor. I think that's cool.
What is this?
Your deflect attacks now can be any damage type. It doesn't have to be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. It can be any damage type.
As long, I'd say it makes sense
What
as long as
level?
it's a
It is a
physical
level
attack,
13. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. You could, if someone firebolts you, you throw the fire back. It's level 13.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was like with a weapon, you do any damage.
no,
I was
no.
As
like,
long as
what?
it's targeted.
For
not
the deflect
just,
attack,
area of effect.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I did not
Understood.
hear the name of it. My bad.
honestly, I don't even think it's that worthwhile talking about. It's just your deflect attacks get buffed. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Neat.
Give it to Hugo.
Give it a Hugo. Discipline Survivor. Your physical and mental discipline give you proficiency in all saving throws. Additionally, whenever you make a saving throw and fail, you can spend 1 discipline point to reroll it. Don't think that's different. Think that's a normal monk.
Is it? I'm looking this up.
Look
Give
it
me one
up.
sec.
All saving throws.
Who cares? By that point, you're not succeeding them no matter what.
That's
Level
too
14,
much.
Diamond Soul.
It.
If it's the same now, then okay.
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah, it is the same now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, they just renamed it. That's all.
Perfect discipline, I think, is also the same. When you roll initiative and have 3 discipline points or fewer, you regain expended discipline points until you have 4. I think that's an optional thing that you can have now. Whatever. It's honestly not that big of a deal. Superior defense. At the start of your turn, you can spend 3 discipline points to perfectly bolster yourself against harm for 1 minute or until you have the incapacitated condition. During that time, you have resistance to all damage except force damage. It's level 18. It lets the squishier class take a little bit more damage. I think it's pretty good. Give it to Hugo.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
And
Level 20.
here is something that mimes the Barbarian now. Body and mind. Your honed body and mind to new... What? You've honed your body and mind to new heights. Your dexterity and wisdom scores have increased by 4. Your maximum for their scores is now 26. That's level 20. So you could have like a 24 in dex and wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Different from what it was
20 is
originally.
So not exciting.
Yeah. It's not like the normal level 20 ability for monks that you get to astral project, which is awesome. Why'd they remove that? That shit was so cool.
That's actually
What
level
the
18.
Oh, level 18. They changed it.
Yeah. So beginning at 18th level, you can now use your action to spend 4 key points to become invisible for 1 minute. During that time, you also have resistance to all damage but force damage.
That's cool.
Additionally, you can spend 8 key points to cast astral projection spell without needing material components. When you do so, you can't take any other creatures with you.
That is so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's more
That's-
exciting
And now you
than
just get
what
a
that's-
you get at level
24
Fifth
20.
edition.
Dex mod. That's dumb.
This level 20
They
ability...
should have changed it.
This level 20
like,
ability
flip them.
is just the Barbarian one, guys. It's just Barbarian, but now dex and wisdom. It's cool because who doesn't like their ability scores being above 20, but it's also kind of uninspired, and I think they should change the Barbarians ones too. I think. But what can you
Just
do,
like
honestly?
flip the two, maybe. Like just
What do you mean flip the two?
like level 18 and level 20. Just
The astral projection one to level 20.
or maybe like nerf the level 21 to make it work for level 18, and then fucking like that's way more exciting
Yeah, the astral projection is way
than
cooler.
just 24, 26 in a stat. Like, come the fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'm starting a petition. Wizards, please.
I'm taking a
make level-
fucking.
Please make
Oh, one of your
level
gold
20
stars.
You
abilities
lose a gold
more
star.
exciting.
Well,
You're at two
Wizards,
now.
we know you're listening. You know you have to listen to us, guys. Like, Mage Tribunal will be after you, and I really don't want that for you. So, well, honestly, yeah, it's kind of underwhelming. I think the astral projection was way cooler.
Yeah, I feel like the way you were reading it, they got like really strong, really strong, really strong. Then I went,
Yeah.
It was,
I guess like.
it was good up until level 20.
So like I guess the level 20 abilities are just like little stupid extra things you get.
It's like if you make it
Because,
here, it's
like,
a
do
it's a
wizards
consolation
know that
prize.
nobody gets to level 20, so they just put like stupid shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
But maybe if you make it more exciting, DMs will be more motivated to bring their party to level fucking 20. I don't know.
yeah, instead of a
thought.
consolation prize, give them something cool.
Yeah, instead of a fucking fish in a bag. Like
Like, give them a corn dog or something. People will fight for
give
a
me
corn dog.
give me a whole salmon.
Give them a whole salmon. Give them a whole
Give a
salmon.
turkey leg.
Give a
Hey,
giant 1,000 calorie turkey leg. Hello, everybody. Glad you could make it to the end of the episode. Now, you may have noticed that there's a bit of an abrupt end, but that's because there was a major attack on our base of operations launched by a nefarious group who we've yet to identify. If you guys get any information about that, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. But thank you very much for listening to this episode and in our opinions on the new 1D&D source material, which is releasing in September of 2024. What a great year for D&D heads. The new Vecta book and everything is coming out as well. And maybe we'll talk about that next episode. So if you want to hear stuff like that, you can tune in every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, Fridays, Home's End, that releases at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well, and that should be starting up again soon. However, don't hold out hopes just yet. Go back and watch the older content. There's some great stuff. I really urge you to watch the Home's End content. It is beautifully put together, and it is a great story to listen to now. Without further ado, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.